Every day, universities across the country are preparing the next generation of prepared learners, the up-and-coming professionals charged with the task of teaching the generation that will follow them. It's an enormous responsibility, one that's not taken lightly. In a world where difference divides, Kent State University's College of Education, Health and Human Services believes that difference strengthens us as we come to know one another. Knowledge forges relationships to the benefit of all.
We live in an era of domestic diversity, worldwide communication, and unprecedented migration. Today's educational leaders must have the ability to transcend boundaries, values, and differences, and to respect other people's perspectives. If we want to see and truly make change in the world, we have to give students the chance to engage with the many different people who they'll have the opportunity to work with, collaborate with, and innovate with in our global market. There are a number of ways that universities can foster those opportunities for students. One very common way is through study abroad programs. Another common way is by inviting visiting scholars to come and stay at the institution, have the opportunity to interact with faculty and students, actually engage, present, help people learn about their countries and their cultures. It's also very important to create a warm and welcoming environment for international students who are interested in coming to the United States.
Georgie Mihai Jewell, a graduate student at Kent State University, remembers the international experiences that were offered to her and that helped shape her career.
After graduation, I plan to take on more leadership in higher education because this is a field that I feel passionate about and where I feel like I can make a difference. I met numerous people, international people on campus and students and also instructors and professors, where I learned a lot about intercultural competency, where I learned to appreciate differences and how to really embrace the differences and what really makes us who we are.
Kent State University's College of Education, Health and Human Services is taking global-mindedness to a whole new level by setting the course for an internationally immersive journey. From study abroad experiences to welcoming international scholars and students to this campus, there's an opportunity for every student to dive in and learn more.
One thing that's actually very unique about our college is that we've been engaged in international activities for decades. It actually began with the work of Gerald Reed and has continued on with our Reed Center for International and Intercultural Education, which actually acts as a catalyst for many of the international activities that are currently going on in our college. We do, of course, offer both short-term and semester-long study abroad opportunities in over a dozen countries worldwide. We also have our beautiful Kent State campus in Florence, Italy. Our International Baccalaureate program prepares our Kent State students to embed global concepts in early primary and middle school education environments. And we also have events here on campus where we welcome our international scholars to speak, share their cultures, their experiences in open and engaging forums. Of course, we've also created a welcoming, inclusive environment for both our international and domestic students. So whether someone chooses to study abroad or simply stay home here in Kent, we have access to international experiences that take students beyond what they would read in a book or discuss in a class.
The teachers that we train get exposed or gain this global worldview. And when they come back, they can include a lot of this information in their classrooms when they're teaching their students, and also in the communities that they live. And so we are creating a multiplier effect by targeting the trainers, as it were. We are hoping it will trickle down to the rest of the other people that are going to be interacting with our teachers.
This past summer, I had the opportunity to travel abroad to Uganda with a group of fellow nutrition students. The trip was led by one of our professors, Dr. Sharp, who actually has a nonprofit in Uganda. When we were there, we got to visit the students at his nonprofit. It supports a K-7 school. We spent time with the students playing outside. We brought them soccer balls because they love soccer, but they've never actually seen a soccer ball. They were so excited just to spend the day with us. When we were there, we also visited a college and we met with other nutrition students at the college, and we had lunch with them and we sat in on one of their lectures. It was interesting how our education in the same field was preparing us for completely different problems. The whole trip was surreal. Everything that we saw made me very appreciative for things that most of us don't normally think about, like clean water, electricity that's available 24 hours a day, sanitation, our healthcare, just things that we forget to think about on a daily basis. A nutrition-focused study abroad trip to a developing country led by a professor who is so enthusiastic and about the experience and has so many connections is something I don't think I ever would have experienced at another college.
In today's world, change is now exponential. As a result, we must continuously change and innovate. We're in a global society, instantly connected through constant advances in communication and technology. Here in the College of Education, Health, and Human Services at Kent State University, we are preparing the leaders needed to service our ever-changing and interconnected world tomorrow, today. I encourage you to join us and discover your purpose in education, health, and human services at Kent State.
To learn more about what Kent State University's College of Education, Health, and Human Services has to offer, call or click today.